What's up, 2K? It's your boy, Grind City Shooter. I'm in the lab putting together the best SIGs. Everybody claimed to have the best SIGs, but I'm gonna have to give a shout out to my boy Steezo. What's up, 2K? 2K24, we live. Learning these new SIGs. You know, these are my own SIGs. I'm sure everybody gonna end up with similar or either the same SIGs. Right now I'm in the shooting facility. The best place to shoot the ball and get it back, because we don't have the ball machine in current gen. Next gen, I mean, we don't have the ball in next gen, so the best place to do your workout, they got a new facility called the Art of Shooting. For all the dribble guys, if you want to just chop it up and learn your SIGs, the best place to do it is at the Art of Shooting. Or the Chris Berkeley gym. But if you do all your thing immediately, Chris Berkeley gym is locked. I believe that's the way it is with the Art of Shooting. I don't know, but keep you posted and updated on it. I was the first to find the James Harden teleport glitch. Well, that's what I called it, and then all of a sudden everybody started calling it the teleport glitch. That was way back in, like, I want to say 18. Then everybody started calling it that, but we used to really have teleport glitch. Of course, they got rid of teleport glitches now. There is no teleport glitching really around, but there's something close to it. It's the Edwards hezzy step. That sucker pulls you way back. I'm talking about you could be at the free throw line and it'll pull you almost to half court. Of course, I got the Luka Doncic hezzy, but the hezzy that you want to look into is Anthony Edwards. That is amazing, but it's hard to control whenever you, I wouldn't say teleport, but whenever you pull back. So right here is the John Wall. Isaiah Thomas, basically the old Isaiah Thomas. Of course, we got the Steph Curry for the behind the back, but one of the best behind and most glitchiest behind the backs is Trae Young. Of course, Steezo is very close to having his handles. Everybody knows this. This is gonna be toxic. For anybody that got shooters, this is gonna break the game. Everybody knows what this is. This right here is the Magic Johnson dribble size up. All you gotta do is not let the ball hit the ground. Once you hit the ball hit the ground, you can left right. This is basically left right, and it doesn't take any stamina. It doesn't take a bar of adrenaline. Let me say, it'll still take stamina. It won't take any adrenaline boost. Which right now, I don't even know what the adrenaline boost is for. Because momentum doesn't take the adrenaline either. But from what I've learned, that if you do get bumps, it takes one of your bars. And then after you have no adrenaline, you can't do half the momentum moves. Such as the momentum behind the back, which is this. Then you have this is the momentum behind the back. It used to be the old momentum behind the back, which is momentum behind the back. Momentum behind the back. That now the momentum behind the back is back. This used to set your feet as a shooter. All the stage people are going to get back into knowing exactly what footsteps they can I'm about to say quick scope like this Call of Duty. They're going to get back into learning exactly when they can shoot this ball. Because if you can shoot it on the first step, if you can shoot it without, like, if you can shoot it before he take his third step, which I haven't figured out how to break. Because if you count the steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, he takes a total of 8 steps. And you can shoot off the eighth step. If you put it down in slow motion, you can tell that he takes 8 steps. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Or right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. So is it a total of 6? It's a total of 6 steps. The moment 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's a total of 8. I got a count of 4. And each foot moves. It's 2 steps per second. This move is a total of if you count it 1, 2, 3, 4, then shoot. His feet plants on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Foot plants on 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Foot plants on 4. You'll actually hear the ball hit the ground. If you wait for the ball to hit the ground, then you're not shooting on 4. The secret, every dribble head know the secret to that Steph Curry was shooting it before the ball touched the ground. It was almost like a foot planter to automatically hit green. If you seen the Steph Curry and he was open, it's an automatic green. It used to be an automatic green. Seems like they brought it back. For those that don't remember, this right here, the regular behind the back was a foot planter. Of course, they added another dribble to it, but the secret is shooting it before the ball hits the ground again. It's an immediate shot. It's an immediate shot. If you wait till the ball hit the ground, then you have what you call a slower. It's not like an automatic green. But automatic greens used to be whenever the ball hit the ground. If the ball hit the ground, you would basically have to time it. But an automatic green is if you shoot before the ball hits the ground. So, in essence, you can do the Steph Curry and shoot before the ball hit the ground, automatic green. It's all about shooting before the ball hit the ground, because anything after that you would have to time it. But these are what you call automatic shots. In any animation, if you shoot before the ball hit the ground, you have almost an automatic green depending on what game mode you're on. Like right now, I don't know what level the art of shooting court is, but most likely it's on rookie. But the key to shooting greens is shooting while the ball is in the air. If you shoot after the bounce, you have to time it. You have to give it an extra second, because the ball's technically not in your hand when it hits the ground. The ball's technically not in your hand when it hits the ground. So you have to wait for that millisecond in between the ball hitting the ground, which will throw your shot off. So the art of shooting is shooting before the ball hits the ground. Those would trigger automatic greens if you know your shot timing. If you know your shot timing. Some people shoot off of 1 second. Some people, I'm a 2-second shooter. I've always been a 2-second shooter. So 1, 2, 3. See, 3 was wrong. Well, 1, 2, automatic. Now, people who have latency problems used to shoot off for 3 seconds. People with latency problems shot off for 3 seconds because it gives you that extra second to visually see the cue. But if you got good internet, then you should go with either a second shot, a 1 second pull up, which most stage people go with 1 second pull up. A 2 second shot will shorten the window of contest. And if they time it, they can catch you on two. But most stage people, they like the 1 second shot. I'm old school. I'm older. I'm not as young as I used to be. I'm not as sharp as I used to be. So one thing you gotta understand, I can't get with the new generation with the 1 shot millisecond pull-ups. Like to shoot without thinking. That it's not realistic. Every shot in the world is a total of 2 seconds to 3. In real life, there is no 1 second shot. Like them frames, them shots where you shoot the ball with 0 frames. That's not a realistic shot. It's not. Find the fastest shooters in the world. They shoot the ball. It takes 2 seconds. 2 seconds to pull off a good jump shot. On the way up, pulling the ball up on the way up, and the follow through. All that can happen under 2 seconds. In real life, you never have a person who can complete the way up and the follow through under 1 second. There's not even Ray Allen. Ray Allen actually had a 3-second pull up. It was fast to everybody else because it depends on what are you looking at. If you're looking at the feet, you're gonna say it's fast because you feel like he shot the ball as soon as his feet left the ground. But Ray Allen had mechanics to his shot. So does Steph Curry. Steph Curry's shot is at exactly 3 seconds. Exactly 3 seconds. That's on the lift, that's on the pull up, and on the release. His shot is exactly 3 seconds. 3-second pull up. You won't find nobody in real life that has a 1-second pull up, but they'll allow. Of course, this is a video game. And Stage God took advantage of that 1-second pull-up. That's why they was able to get the shot off in tight spaces because they knew all they needed is 2 feet. It takes you 3 seconds to close out on 2 feet. But if you got a 1-second shot, you're wide open. If you have a 3-second shot, you only have 1 second to time and pull that shot off. If you have a 2-second shot, let me get the math right because one thing about 2K is that the hardest people to beat are perfectionists or people who have OCD. People with OCD make sure that every move is calculated. They don't play by feel. They don't play by feel all the time. It's something that they have practiced. Some of the best 2K players are people who have practiced the same move 5,000 times. And that's in one day. Like, you get those people, they have mastered that animation mechanic. And that's the way some of the stage gods are developed. Some of the stage gods that you run across that you can't beat or you can't deal with, they are OCD about animation mechanics. That's why when they get a lag spike or something, a lag spike, they can tell when they're lagging, they can tell when they lag spike, you know, and it pisses them off whenever a lag happens in the middle of animation because they study the animation, they study the footsteps, they study the direction. If something changes if you go left, if something changes if you go right. Like, most of you won't be able to catch the minor change that comes along with this. There's a minor change when you go to your non-ball hand with this Magic Johnson. This is going to be the new left-right. This is the new left-right. Whether you like it or not. They got rid of the speed boost left and right. But this is the new left-right. Now the thing is, they brought back quick stops. If you time it wrong, you're gonna end up in a fade. But if you time it right, your foot will always plant. Now, In order to learn the Magic Johnson foot plant, you can't shoot this one without the ball hitting the ground, or you end up in a fade. For those who love the fade, the secret to the Magic Johnson is one bounce. It's a one bounce pull up. It's quick to get it off. As soon as you see the ball touch the ground, pull the shot. If not, you end up in a fade, which is a totally different shot timing. Don't let the ball hit the ground twice, or you mess up the quick stop. The mechanics of shooting is what separates. The skill of shooting is what separates casuals, tryhards. Casuals and tryhards are two different things. The worst type of people to play against is not even the tryhards. It's not even the sweaties. It's the perfectionists. Many people that don't know, Steezo is the #1 dribble god in history of 2K. He's the best dribbler. And the reason why, because Steezo is a perfectionist. He might be a savant in some way, shape, or form, because his muscle memory and his ability to replicate moves over and over. He's been doing it for 8 years, going on 9 years. So his muscle memory on certain mechanics, and that's the way they try to patch Steezo. They try to interrupt his muscle memory and his muscle memory and his OCD mechanics. So what they'll do is they'll put a extra bounce in one of his dribbles, or they'll take away his connectors. Steezo mastered the art of automatic green windows. Now people don't know they're in there, but it's just a perfect animation. It's a perfect animation shot. It guarantees you a green no matter what. Because one thing about it, if you push the button at the right timing, 2K is not just going to break the animation just to make you miss. One thing 2K doesn't do is break the animations. They don't break the animations unless there's some kind of interference, some body bump, or some kind of situation where another animation interrupts your animation. I would call it like an animation zone or something. As long as nothing's in your way, your animation is going to stay true. It's going to hold together. The timing's not going to change. Nothing. Even if you're tired, there's certain moves where the mechanics is not going to change. Because it's animation. It's like, it's done. Every animation has a certain milliseconds it takes to activate. So my perfect green is on that. You see how I almost didn't shoot it? Almost didn't shoot it, and it almost bounced again. If that second dribble would have got off, I would have ended up in a fade. And fade timing is so much different than stand still shooting, catch and shoot shooting, set shot, whatever you want to call it. There's 3 different types of ways to name it. The catch and shoot is not a set shot. The difference between a set shot and a set and shoot, catch and shoot. Catch and shoot, actually, you have to calculate the time it takes you to catch it and the time it takes you to shoot it. A set shot has nothing to do with the time to catch. So a set shot is quicker than a catch and shoot shot. That's how they program the badge to activate whenever those milliseconds are incorporated. And if you're a tiny bit off, it won't activate. If you're a tiny bit faster, it won't activate, because catch and shoot is not involved. You're not in the automatic green window that includes the badges, that includes the percentages. So in essence, there are automatic green windows. You've probably been seeing me shoot for the last 15 minutes and I haven't missed one shot. The reason for that is because it's on, first of all, it's got to be, talking there, I go miss one. It's on rookie. If you got a shot and you can't hit if you can't hit 20 shots in a row on rookie, do not use that shot. If you can't hit 20 shots in a row on rookie, do not use that shot on All-Star. My thing is, you should be able to make it all the way to the pro shooting 20 shots. If you can make it all the way to pro shooting 20 shots without missing, that is a perfect shot for your shot timing. Or your muscle memory has gotten to the place where you know it by heart. Now, if you take it to a Hall of Fame, your goal is to get 20 shots in a row on Hall of Fame. Remember I told you, a perfectionist is worse to play than a sweaty or someone with OCD. Person who's a perfectionist is different than OCD. There's a difference between OCD. OCD just means you have a routine, or you have something that you don't like or you do like, and if something's out of place, they'll throw you out. They'll throw you off. A perfectionist nothing throws a perfectionist off. Person with OCD, they're triggered by things that are out of place or off timing or changes. Person that's a perfectionist, they won't allow for changes. They do everything in their power to make sure nothing changes. They'll try to control every aspect of the game. That's where you get them damn cheaters who take the time and learn the very milliseconds of a Zen, or the very milliseconds of a contraption for cheating. Most hackers have a perfectionist trait in them. Hackers, cheaters, they got a perfectionist trait in them because they know when it comes down to animation that you have to be perfectly in tune with the timing, because one timing could throw it off. So what beats a hacker, or what beats a cheater? Latency. Because you cannot predict. There's no way you can predict latency. There's no way that you can predict latency. All the buttons, all actions and functions that are going on are traveling millions and millions of miles. Millions and millions of miles apart. Unless you right there by the server. And even if you buy the server, you don't directly have a straight pipeline to the server. The server still could be shooting it to China back to the location around the corner. It all depends on your server's location and how fast 2K triggers animations to your server. So having the fastest internet doesn't guarantee zero latency. It's really the communication and interaction between the servers. That's why these zero latency animations are incorporated. There are zero latency animations in 2K, which means you can do them with your eyes closed. And it's right now I have my eyes closed and I'm shooting these shots, and I know for sure I'm greening it. I have perfected the Magic Johnson quick stop. This is going to be the game breaker. They don't patch the Magic Johnson quick stop. This is going to break the game. The Magic Johnson quick shot. That's what I'm gonna call it. The dribble style quick stop. I'm sure Magic Johnson ain't the only one, but it's probably one of the fastest. The dribble stop shot. That's one. I'm not gonna call it quick shot. I'm not gonna call it stop shot. It's the dribble style. dribble style shot. Because that's exactly what I'm doing. All I'm doing is a dribble style. And I'm pulling, and it does the stop shot all in together. I'm missing now. So I just found out something. Mid-range is actually faster. I forgot, they did incorporate different timings in different spots of the court. Back here, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is too many, so it's 3 seconds. 3 seconds for a shot. 1, 2, 3. So at the 3-point line, it's actually exactly 3 seconds it takes to do that animation. But up here, it takes 2 seconds. 1, 2. So mid-range, it takes about 2 seconds because of the different shot timing on the floor. 1, 2. So mid-range is 1, 2. I went 3 that time. I missed it. 1, 2. As long as I let it loose on 2, it's gonna green. Now I'm in, but now what I gotta study now is in between mid-range and 3. What would it be between mid-range 1, 2? It's if you're under the 3-point line, it seems like it's 2 seconds. You have to judge it, especially if you got contest. If you do the same shot mid-range, it's 1, 2. It's up. Quick stop shot. Phase is 3 seconds. Quick stop. As soon as you can say quick stop. Quick stop. Release on stop. Quick stop shot. I knew I was in a phase, so I had to add an extra second. Quick stop. Just like catch and shoot. Catch, shoot. You used to have to actually wait till you caught the ball. The time to catch, shoot. Catch, shoot. Catch, shoot. Catch, shoot. Catch. I slowed it down because I ended up in something different. If the animation is off, if you can tell the animation move when it's supposed to be a quick shot, you got to add an extra second on your release. So again, dribble moves. You have the, I don't know them all, they got some new stuff in there, but this right here is just it's not even the size up. Let me go outside. Fades are 3 seconds. Oh my God. Alright. So let me make sure I'm streaming also, man. I gotta make sure I'm streaming. Make sure I'm streaming. Anybody that wanna know, you go to Grind City Shooter. Yep, I'm streaming. Anybody that wanna know, go to Grind City Shooter. There's nobody watching. Yep, I'm streaming. Anybody that wanna know, go to Grind City Shooter. There's nobody watching. Now, for those who want to master the drill moves or test them out, this is the best place to come to practice your dribble moves. You don't have a ball machine, but you got people throwing it back to you. A ball machine would be much quicker. Ball machine would be way quicker to experiment with. My animations, these are the animations right here that are going to be unguardable. My jump shot, Oh, I'm shooting with day one jump shot. All right, jump shot reveal. I'm gonna have to rename this jump shot so that I'll know exactly what it is compiled of. My day one is Steve Kerr, Stephen Curry, and Terrence Mann. This shot right here is OP. A plus on height. I don't like a fully A plus. Remember I told you about the seconds it takes to shoot a shot. B is around 2 seconds. B and above is around 2 seconds of a shot. A is almost 1 second to under a second of shot. I can't time those shots. I mean, my shot release has to be in par with B or B negative. B plus is sometimes be too fast for me because it goes up a lot of milliseconds. Right now, I got a 530 millisecond shot. If I go to B plus, I know it's about 550 milliseconds, which could throw my timing off. If I go to a regular B, it's 540 milliseconds, which could throw my timing off. If you can get your shot down to the milliseconds, and you can get your muscle memory to add up with your shot timing, you're guaranteed. You guaranteed to have a zero latency shot. Only thing that would mess up that zero latency shot is actual latency. So zero latency shot means that as long as you don't have any negative latency, it's going to be perfect. But if latency is incorporated, you might miss. But you can shoot this shot with your eyes closed. You basically can shoot these shots with your eyes closed if you know the timing. It's basically the same time. So that right there is my shot. Steve Kerr, Steph Curry. Now, let's see what day one shot timing consists of. 60-40. I have more on Steph Curry. Of course, everybody knows Steph Curry is the better shooter. But Steph Curry's shot can be also on that A tier, which is 1 second. I can't shoot that shot. So I have to take an A tier shot and slow it down. Of course, it's at max speed. I'm not worried about the max speed, but the blending is what slows the shot down. The blending is what shows the shot down, not the release speed. I don't quite understand the release speed and all that, but in actuality, 60-40 is this shot. Full speed. This slows it down by letter grade. Let's say I had a hard time timing this shot. I would drop it one full letter grade, but that's not one full letter grade because it would have to actually be a C minus. So what I would do is drop this down to a C plus, and I would mix it until it becomes a C minus. And that guarantees that it drops only by 20 milliseconds, 40 milliseconds of a difference. But I am perfect. My muscle memory is programmed exactly with 530 milliseconds, between 530 milliseconds and 540 milliseconds. 20 milliseconds would change the grade of your shot. It would also change the speed of your shot. Now, these are drill moves. Trae Young crossover I'm gonna try LaMelo's crossover because it has like a Magic Johnson glitch to it the same way. I found this out by playing Blacktop and using each individual player. That's how I start off trying to find my base for my shot. I use actual players on Blacktop and I play 211 against the computer on Hall of Fame. If I can perfectly time that person's shot without trying to think about it or adjust, then that's the perfect shot for me. I went through hundreds and hundreds of players, and I went through almost every player I can think of that was rated A to C shooter. And I came past Terrence Mann. I was perfectly uh, good with that shot. I was good with Klay Thompson. I was good with Steph Curry. I was good with a lot of people shooting that. But like I said, right now I got on Anthony Edwards for the hesitation. Could have swore I had Luka. You can tell I'm OCD. I'm not a perfectionist, but I am OCD. There's a difference. A perfectionist would not have missed that. Alright, Steph Curry behind the back. I'm changing it to LaMelo's crossover because I believe he has a speed boost glitch within his crossover. Everybody remember Westbrook. It had a speed boost incorporated into his animation that didn't require any bars. Like I said, De'Aaron Fox is the old Isaiah Thomas. The old Isaiah Thomas has changed. They got these two behind the backs before he goes into that move. The original Isaiah Thomas went directly to the 6 dribbles or 9 dribbles in front. It didn't have the behind the back. But they incorporated these two behind the backs to Isaiah Thomas, which slows the animation down. But if you look at De'Aaron Fox, he automatically goes to the 2 in front. The only thing that slows the De'Aaron Fox down is between the legs. But everybody's looking for the initial front 2 because the front 2 dribbles are actually faster. You can look at these animations. Isaiah Thomas front dribbles are way faster. So that's what that is. Now, also on this combo, if you notice, De'Aaron Fox front. I didn't know I had this one equipped. Jesus Christ. That looks like the Magic Johnson's glitch inside that handle. I think that's why I put it there. But I'm gonna change this up. I'm gonna change this up to Isaiah Thomas on this. No, not Isaiah Thomas. John Wall. That's what it was. John Wall. John Wall was supposed to have been there. See, I'm not a perfectionist. I'm just OCD about my dribbles because everything is timed down to the T. So, now that I got that fixed, Trae Young size up. He has the most connectors, or you can break his animations in between the behind the backs. You can break his animations. Has to be the fastest size up on the game. Slow, too slow, too slow, too slow, too slow, too slow, too slow, too. This one is fast, but it don't have much movement in it. So if you look at Trae Young, the speed at which he moves in his animation is faster than all the other animations put together. There's only a few other ones that have this type of speed, but they have a hitch in them, which slows them down. John Wall. Now, escape. Why did I have John Morant? Oh, it has that old move into it. So I like that. Now I've been trying to figure out if I was going to use Damian Lillard for the little escape that he has. So I'm going to experiment with the escape moves. The escape moves is good for after you do the Steph Curry to immediately break the Steph Curry and either go momentum forward and have a snatch back. Jimmy Butler is good. It gives a lot of space, but that pause in his lift can slow down your momentum, your movement. The biggest thing about Steezo is that Steezo has no hitches in his movement unless he meant for him to be in there. You don't want any animations with a hitch in it. So I'm going to try this De'Aaron Fox hitch. Let me see. Nah, I got to try this Damian Lillard out. Chris Paul is nice, but it's straight to a crossover. If I want to do a cross, why would I put a crossover animation on my escape move when I can just do a regular crossover? I would never put an animation that I can do manually. It needs to be something that you can't do manually. So I'm going to try that out. Step back. Right now on the step back, I have Luka Doncic equipped. But if I'm not mistaken, Steph Curry has a lot of separation on his. John Wall has a lot of separation. Now, John Wall was the one that I told you, just like Anthony Edwards, that has this big hop back. But I can't seem to break the animation in the big hop back. So I took it off because I don't like anything that I can't control or anything I can't predict. Plus, if I'm on the sideline and accidentally trigger it, it's immediately out of bounds. There is no saving you. Watch. Now, see that one? That's the John Wall. The space is crazy. Now, what do I sacrifice when I put that on? Oh, I got the Luka Doncic hezzy on. So, the Luka Doncic hezzy. I needed something because you need something that you can just tap and go. Luka Doncic was always known for his tap and go. It's basically diagonal up, speed boost. Wait a minute. Damn. There it is. Okay. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Everything gotta be done in 3 seconds to get it. I have to practice that because that's gonna be a killer. 1, 2, 3. It's just a straight takeoff. 1, 2, 3. Diagonal up, speed, go. Diagonal up, speed, go. Diagonal up, turbo. And I'm trying to see if the left stick is directly right or diagonal up. Diagonal up, diagonal right. Alright, diagonal. Okay. The stick on the left stick is dot. Oh shit. Oh my god. Snap back. Snap back. Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up, man? I'm in the cheese, man. This dribble moves is insane. This is like my sigs, bro. One thing about it, Steezo is the best dribbler around. I wish he had handles on this six to show you exactly what this can do. Momentum. You're gonna be a dribble guy this year, man. You might want to look at my sigs, bro. Now the glitchy is behind the back is Trey Young, but I'm gonna hit you. Subscribe button. Bet. I hit the subscribe button for you too, bro. Like this year, man, they brought back 2K16 dribble moves. Man, you the only one watching, but I was the first one that put everybody on James Harden one leg travel glitch that Bad Blood stole from me back in 2008. My build is insane. I wish it was a little bit taller, but it's an offensive juggernaut. We're gonna have to figure out how to cheese that defense, because in order to have the offense that you need to dominate this game, bro, you were gonna lose a lot of offense for it. Oh no, man, the mechanics are the old 2K16, the old 16 moves. So it's continuous dribbling with pre-animations. As long as you know the timing of the animations and you know how to break them, man, it's gonna be a lot of dribble guys this year. A lot of cheese. It's just you have to pick what for you. Man, link up, man. We can. Damn, is it? Oh yeah, the Gatorade facility is a place where we can chop it up. Everybody's on a race to find the biggest cheese. Look at this cheese. This right here is the new left right. Before anybody put it out, I'm trying to tell you, like, they already found it, but a lot of people don't know how to trigger it back and forth. But this is the new left right cheese. It takes no stamina, which, man, I hate left righters. Also they took out the Westbrook, so I gotta find a new dribble. Man, if you find a glitchy crossover, please comment in the sub. in the comments if you find a glitchy crossover. One that I've found so far is everybody know Trey Young is fast, but Trey Young is sometimes uncontrollable. So you actually run into people with Trey Young because it's so fast. But Trey Young is probably the fastest crossover move in the game. It depends on how good your reaction is and timing is. Trey Young is the fastest crossover move in the game. But if you know anything about Steezo, man, I'm trying to see who this is. Yeah, we can link up anytime, my boy. Shoot, man. I mean, I sometimes I feel like it's too early to go in the park to take the L's so early, but it's a game, bro. I done got past that. I done got past that record stuff, man. I'm all about having fun now, unless we put money on the line. Here's the SIGs. Oh, I forgot to test out the yeah, I already done game shared with two people, so I don't know what my limit is. Don't know what my limit is, man. And plus, you know, in order to game share, you gotta exchange personal information like your email address and your password. Like, I don't mind game sharing it, but I think there's another. If you can show me another way you can do it without giving out your information, I wouldn't mind doing it. I think you have to join like someone's family, and then you can get anything that's in their library. So I don't know. YouTube it, look it up, see what's up. They got basic one spin is gone, man. They took out basic one spin. That is no more. I don't like James Harden. James Harden slows stuff down. Curry doesn't make enough space. Well, Curry does kind of make a little space. I'm gonna test out this Curry real quick. As far as hesitation, I'm trying. Okay, let me know. Let me know. Let me know, cause there's different ways of game sharing, but the old way of game sharing, you got to give out your information. You got to give out your information, all your passwords and stuff. And bro, unless I can physically put my hands on you, unless I can physically put my hands on you, bro, like that's crazy. You know, credit card information, all that, you know, scamming, bro. You know what's up. Of course, everybody say, "Oh, I'm not like that, man. I'll never." Man, a lick is a lick. You know what? I'm trying to try this hesitation out with Anthony Edwards, tough. Let me try this Paul George out. I need a glitchy crossovers, people. I'm searching for a glitchy crossover, man. I didn't test out the escape move yet. Oh, that's what that was. Oh, let me try that out now. See how that look, cause oh man, What is this? Oh my god. That's even better than oh man, that's even that's even better than it's slower though. Takes a longer time to shoot too. But it's and it's farther. The limit is 3 on family members. That does affect the escape. I don't like that escape. It's not far enough. The regular escape is slow as shit. Damien when it doesn't give enough space. This right here is a nice escape, but the regular escape is only a hop. Gotta let that one go, my boy. I don't want to fix what I had going. Behind the escape is horrible. Nah, everybody pretty much maxed out, bro. PB balling. Everybody pretty much maxed out, man. I mean, it's been 2 days. Everybody been game sharing. Everybody been game sharing with people they know. So I done game shared with 3 people already. Matter of fact, the third one that I shared with, my stuff I had a lock symbol on my stuff, so I had to figure out how to unlock my stuff all over again. Okay, so that's the step back. That's the step back. Okay, cool. I didn't try out the hesitation. That hesitation ain't working on nothing. I'm gonna put red crossover that I already do. Gotta be something different. That might be different. The Curry slide is back to the full speed as 2K16. So, for those who didn't know, fastest combo on the game that takes nothing but 2 flicks. Hold turbo, there it is. That's the fastest combo in the game. People used to kill with that. Be in the middle of a dribble move and they used to kill with that. Okay, I like this escape. Yeah. This escape is way better. Automatic green. They brought back the automatic greens with the Steph Curry slide. All you gotta do is shoot it before the ball hit the ground. And if you plant your foot in wide open, it's an automatic green. This is gonna be stage. I gotta take this to stage. Probably, and guess what? My player is a 73, bro. I haven't even upgraded it fully yet. Only thing that I did upgrade is the shot. Everybody know about boot camp. When you play boot camp, some of the baddest, some of the sweatiest people play boot camp. Because your player can only have like one thing maxed out. And boot camp, they normally max out their shot. And their dribble moves. Well, two things maxed out. They max out their shot and their dribble moves, and then the rest is in the garbage. They got no defense. They ain't got no speed. They ain't got no defense. Oh, no finishing. A lot of times they don't have any finishing. Because they have the basic finishing. So they max out their playmaking, their shooting, and their playmaking. And if you can max out your playmaking and shooting on any build, you can kill. With or without speed. If you can max out your playmaking and your shooting, you can kill. It does. Really, if you can max out your shot, you can kill. Especially when you're 73. Or you're 73 or 65. They will leave you open thinking you can't shoot. And you got a maxed out 80, 85, 93 ball on the 60 overall, 65 overall. They leave you open, especially on the 70. They'll leave you open. You got a maxed out 3-pointer. If you got a maxed out 3-pointer, it don't matter what overall you are. It's maxed out. Alright, let me get back to these handles. This is John Wall. John Wall almost got like LeBron James step back feel to it. That's without turbo. With turbo. Without turbo. With turbo. See if I can trigger them both back. Yeah. Regular step back to a turbo step back. Regular step back to a turbo step back. Let me see if I can do it in reverse. Yeah, that don't look right on reverse. Fuck, made me pick up the ball. In reverse is harder. Turbo step back. Yeah, it don't look right in reverse. But let me see if I can. Do the turbo step back to. Now this is all without turbo. Everything that I'm doing now is I'm just flicking my stick left to right. There's no turbo involved. There's just flicking this stick left and right. Flicking the stick left and right. Every now and then. Oh, whoa! I didn't know that does that. Oh man, this is just flicking. When I tell you I'm just flicking the stick, this is standstill dribbling. The old standstill dribbling. Now I'm gonna do standstill dribbling with the left right. The standstill dribbling with the left right. I mean the dribble style. Man, I'm not even doing much. I'm literally just flicking the stick. The movement I get with just left stick movement and left stick moving without turbo is crazy. Bro, you gotta get the dribble style to get the left right and then the stand still. So everybody know there's like 4 different types of dribblers. There's the movement dribblers with all the movement, such as Steezo. There's the left riders. Then there's the cheesy speed boost. Yachtman is in between. Yachtman can do all the left right cheese. Plus he can do the movement. Then he can do the cheese. So this year's best dribblers are probably going to be the ones who can, probably the ones who can go in between dribble styles. Believe me, standstill dribblers have a bag. They have to get open off of little space. They're the worst. They're normally the ones who learn the quick stops. Movement dribblers, they're more like rim runners. Now they will pull up on your ass if you play off. Steezo was a movement dribbler that would pull up. And he's all about the three-pointer. But don't get me wrong, he will drive on you. Movement dribble is more about driving. Staying still is about shooting and getting open in a small amount of space. Most standstill dribblers use screens. Oh shit, that's the hezzy. Okay. Okay, that hesitation is okay. I just hate, the thing that I hate on this hesitation is when I flick down, it does that one. That bitch take you from the free throw line all the way behind the three. Like, that is just fucking insane. From the free throw line all the way behind to the three. So if you're running forward, and you flick down, or if you run at an angle and you flick down, which way is it? Forward or at an angle? If you run forward and flick down, that motherfucker will pull you from the 3-point line. Oh, I gotta let loose. Oh, I gotta be going directly across to get the... Yeah, that is. I gotta be going directly straight. Cause if I go at an angle, I get the snatch back. If I go upward at an angle, I get the snatch back. If I'm going straight, I get the slow hezzy, just the in place hezzy. No, I get the snatch back with holding it straight too. I don't like that. I might have to try another hezzy out. Of course, for everybody that like to shoot threes, that Anthony Edwards hesitation all the way from the free throw line to limit his range, that shit might throw you off. Like, if you at the 3-point line and you do the Anthony Edwards, you shooting limited range. That's tough. Damn, from the free throw line you almost shooting limited range. This is a good place that, oh my god, that is freaking insane. Bro, this Anthony Edwards pulls you about 10 feet, about 5 feet behind the 3-point line. So if you do it from the above the 3-point line, you damn near at the hash. You're hash shooting. If you put this Anthony Edwards on, if you do it, you better be able to pull it from hash mark. Better be a hash mark shooter. So I have to freaking start practicing my shot from hash mark. One. Damn, one. So from hash mark, one. My shot is 1 second. The farther you get back, the faster you have to release the ball. My normal shot is a 2-second shot. 1, 2. 1, 2. Up closer, it's 1 second. 1. At a 3-point, it's 1, 2. I messed up. 1, 2. At half court and beyond, at hash mark and beyond, it's 1 second. It's less than a second. It's basically as soon as your feet get off the ground. No, not when your feet get off the ground. Shit. I'm gonna have to shoot from the hash. Figure this shit out. 1, 2. From the hash is 1, 2. Well, damn, what do it turn into? 1, 2. From the hash is 1, 2. 1. 1. Jesus Christ, I don't have no badges on this build, so shooting from back there is going very late. Early. Early. 1, 2. Wow, it's 1, 2 that far back. Slightly late. 1, 2. It is. So hash mark and beyond is 2 seconds. You say very early. 1, 2. I might have a exactly late. Okay. 1, 2. Late. So 1 and 2. Early. 1. Early. Gotta figure this shit out if I'm gonna use this shot. 1, 2. Early. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. This is with no badges. It's with no fucking badges. Regular shot is 1, 2. I got that down pat. Fuck, I don't like that Steph Curry momentum behind the back. Make sure, make sure I know how to do double momentum. That Steph Curry, I don't like the Steph Curry behind the back. In and out. That fucking hezzy takeoff is too slow. Oh, there it is. Oh shit. I got it. I gotta learn that shit. Alright. Sure. Yeah, I started learning my fades. I know my standstill shot. Gotta learn my fade. This time of the morning, I'm pretty sure I ain't got nobody watching this time. Oh, that's separate. So the hesitation is separate from the hesitation is separate from the step back. James Harden give a good step back, but slows down. Oh, that is incorporated in it. Shit. This is what I need to change to get rid of that step back move. Let me look into this real quick. Jimmy Butler. Oh, hell no. It's Carter. Hell no. Honorable mentions. Steph Curry. Everybody know about the Luka. Everybody know about James Harden. This Kyrie might be. Nah. I don't like that old 2K17 full step back. Zach Levine not even in the mention. Kawhi, not enough space. Chris Paul, nah, his hop step is horrible. Jason Tatum, it's okay, but not enough separation. His snatch back is step is great. Walker, oh, okay. Let me see that hop. Nah, hop step too small. John Wall is the best hop step on the game. You just gotta deal with that long step back. That step back is way too fucking far. Man, I might have to try Steph Curry for the next one. Steph Curry is the best combo. Trae Young is not the best crossover. That's just what I have equipped. I gotta find. I told y'all, comment down in the link in the description on what is best for crossover right now. What's the cheesiest crossover? Oh, that's what that is. Everybody remember what was the quickest hezzy on the game. It used to be Jimmy Butler used to be the, but I'm gonna equip this one and try this out. So Michael Jordan, the fastest glitchiest dribble style. Trae Young, fastest, most linkable size up that you can interrupt. This is the fastest flick up. John Wall is the fastest flick up. Y'all see me do this that's for my standstill dribblers. De'Aaron Fox. I haven't figured out how to trigger De'Aaron Fox yet. I have to figure out how to trigger the aggressive breakdowns. I have to figure out how to trigger the aggressive breakdowns. That's my next thing I'm going to. As far as escapes, you gotta figure out how to trigger the escape moves, obviously, too. I mean, I know how to do it with the John Morant because that's the old Devontae Mitchell. I mean, the guard move. But I gotta get into how to trigger the escape move. And what else I say? How to trigger the escape move and the aggressive combo. I also have to figure out how to trigger the combo moves, which I accidentally do when I'm just flicking. That's this right here that you see me do a lot of times. That might be the old right diagonal move. Gotta figure it out. Back into the lab. Real dribblers really gonna be in the lab for the first week. They be wanting to go out there and play. If you care about your record, you definitely gonna be in the lab for a couple of weeks. If you don't give a shit about your record, then you'll head to the park and take L's the way. But then when you meet one of us that done labbed up for a whole week and a half, 2 weeks, and you can't stop them, then you wondering how we get this way. Because, bro, see, that right there is the John Wall. Now the aggressive size up. I think I got it. But is that's it? Oh shit, that's it. So I think that's it. It's so fast that I might have to change and put something there that could be more useful. Yeah, it's so fast I might have to put something else there. Okay. Oh, that's the aggressive combo with turbo. Duh. Aggressive combo with turbo. Regular combo. Aggressive combo. Aggressive combo is the same thing. Alright, you have the flick up. Then you have the aggressive combo. Two different ones. That's the LaMelo ball. The LaMelo ball is you hold turbo, flick diagonally up, and now double diagonally up. Yes, sir. Thanks for joining, man. Starting all back over, getting into the stream. But Steezo has a new sigs out, bro. That is ridiculous. But my sigs are probably gonna be just as crazy, cause I got the new left right, which is this. That ain't nothing but a dribble style. We gonna have to call it the dribble style glitch, and that's still in the game. The pause dribble. They brought back the walk back. They walk the moonwalk, the pause dribble. I ain't gonna lie, that LaMelo ball, he gives a lot of space. The John Wall to the LaMelo ball. John Wall to the LaMelo ball. That shit is crazy. John Wall, LaMelo ball. Let me see if I can do something else. John Wall, LaMelo ball, momentum. Wait a minute. I'm gonna go John Wall, LaMelo ball, back to John Wall. John Wall, LaMelo ball, John Wall. Ah! John Wall, LaMelo ball, John Wall. That doesn't work. John Wall, LaMelo ball, John Wall, LaMelo ball. No, that's Curry. Curry, John Wall. Curry. John Wall, Curry. Curry, John Wall, LaMelo ball. Curry, John Wall, LaMelo ball. I have to find something to replace that LaMelo ball. It's too slow. Aggressive snatch back to double momentum. Momentum behind the back. Let me see if I can do the Curry momentum behind the back. Alright, momentum. No, that should keep momentum. Damn, it keep triggering the momentum. No. I'm trying to just do straight momentum. 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 Momentum's. Now momentum behind the back. Momentum behind the back. Momentum. No. Momentum behind the back. This build is crazy on defensive on offense side. Don't have much defense. It don't have defense at all. Don't have defense at all. But I can test out all the dribble moves. Every year I make a dummy build. And my dummy build turned out to be the best dribbler out of all my builds. It just, comp wise, you cannot use this dummy build in comp because it just has no defense. You have to rely on a lockdown or one of your friends to do all the defense. Now my ultimate build is probably going to be a 6'8", 6'7", which can do it all. But I have to find out what the requirements on dribble moves is for each one of the dribble moves to see what can carry over to my 6'7". The ultimate build is a 6'7" or 6'8" that has all the builds, all the glitchy dribbles. Yeah, that LaMelo Ball escape is tough. Let's see if I can do Curry slide, aggressive size up. Curry slide, regular size up, John Wall, Curry slide. John Wall, LaMelo Ball, LaMelo Ball, LaMelo Ball escape. This is all standstill dribble stuff. It's basically your crabs. Let's say you momentum behind, let's say you momentum in front of somebody, and then you crab them. Of course, Trae Young is the best crab move because it doesn't do all that extra stuff. I still gotta learn the nutmeg. If I learn the connector, the nutmeg connector, that is gonna be crazy. So I got next. Alright, everybody knows the Shim God. Shim God. Shim God, same ball hand. Okay, if that's back, I wonder if the Shim God is back. Well, Shim God never left. Shim God been incorporated in the game forever. It's all about triggering the moves that you want. So the one that I missed was the Shim God to the nutmeg. Shim God to the nutmeg. If I can figure out how to do the nutmeg. Now, for all you standstill dribblers, you gotta know your misdirection. There's a new way, there's a new misdirection. Y'all man figured it out. If you learn how to do the new misdirection that y'all man got, that shit is so OP. So you got the misdirection, Shim God, behind the back, misdirection, speed boost. Shim God, misdirection, speed boost is a go-getter. Then you have the Curry slide, momentum, or in reverse. Momentum, Curry slide is a kill for a 3. You got combination for 3s. You got combination for drive. You got combination for spacing. And you got combination for spammers, which are moves that you do where you can get spammed. You never want to do a drive combination. You never want to do a drive combination on someone who's playing off you. And you never want to do a 3-point combination if they're playing you high. So This is a drive combination, which is the curry momentum. That's the drive combination, curry momentum. Now I do it in reverse. The combination is in reverse for the for if you going for the 3-point kill. The momentum curry, the momentum curry or the momentum John Wall is for three ball hunters. You have 4 different dribble styles. Well, technically 5, but everybody know about the standstill dribble, the movement dribble, the spot up, the 2-step dribbles. People who score within 2 moves. Then you got the movement, which constantly move until they get ready to shoot. You have the standstill dribblers, which are considered spammers, but they're not the spammers. Trust me. Then you have the left-right. You have 5 different movement. You have 5 different dribble. 5 different styles of dribbling, unless somebody come up with something new. So you have the left-right cheesers, the standstill dribblers, and then the movement guy. Which, because the movement was cut out, I'm a little rusty on my movement dribbles. They're always in constant movement, constant spins. And they took the basic 1 spin out. So now you got to go back to the... Wait a minute, I got the wrong spin on. I was supposed to have... I got the wrong spin on. I can't do this without... I can't do the movement without the spin. The spin is a connector. Fuck. Right now, the biggest connecting spin on the game is Steve Nash. Steve will use normal. Normal does nothing. It doesn't create enough space, but Stezo said normal has more connectors in it, which I don't understand, haven't figured out what he meant by that. But you have the movement spin, which is Steve Nash, which has the momentum spin in it. That's why I haven't been doing it. Steve Nash has the connectors in it. According to Stezo, normal has the most connectors, but Steve Nash has the easiest movement and connected spin, as you'll see. I couldn't do any of my movement dribbles with normal. Don't know how the hell Stezo does it. But again, see, that's the one, the old Stezo movement spin. It'll put you in a turbo spin, but it also has the old, that's how you end up with the constant movement. So now the thing that I connected there was the momentum spin, the momentum to the momentum spin. There's a difference. You got a momentum cross. That's not momentum cross, that's a size up. Damn, I'm gonna have a problem doing the momentum with this regular size up. So you got the, damn. Oh, I'm not directly holding up. That's the old double spin. Everybody remember this. Trust me, if you're gonna learn movement, you gotta learn your spins. You cannot be doing movement dribble without knowing your spins. You got your turbo spin, you have your connector spin. That's your turbo spin right there. Now I gotta figure out how to do the connector spin, because the connector spin you can do continuously. That's the connector spin. I just did the turbo spin to the connector spin. Turbo spin to the connector spin. And normally you do a turbo spin to connector spin to turbo spin, that was the front spin. I hate the front spin. Front spin is clockwise. It's so slow. The best front spin is Kevin Durant. Then you got the misdirection spin. You have a total of 10 spins. You have the standstill spin. You have the turn back. Let's see if the turn back is in the game. How do I do turn back? Oh, it is. Man, the turn back is in the game, but it's... Man, his turn back is awful. Jesus, the turn back is awful. That's probably what he meant by the connectors. Because the regular walk back turn back spin, and he did the 720 out of it. 720 is a lot, all these spins in a row. Like, I might have to put normal back on just so I can get the 720 spin. Now I'm working on my movement. I did all the standstills. Normally you don't do movement dribbles unless you're at half court, because you will, movement dribbles are for rim running. Standstill dribbles are for the 3-point line. Like I said, you don't do momentum behind the back to set up for the 3 unless you know how to pull back off the curry behind the back for the step back pull up. Oh, no, that's gotta go. That hop step. Oh, that was okay. I know what that is. My hop step pull up was awful. I'm gonna have to change that. Normally everybody using normal, Pro 2, curry. They took out Trae Young pull up. So I believe right now the most dominant pull up is Pro 2 or normal 2. But right now I got Zach LaVine on because it don't have that Trae Young feel to it, but it has no pause. The only pause it has only time it has a pause in the animation is when you run into your non-shooting man and then it pulls up too straight. So right now, man, I'm looking for a fade with a separation to it. I'm gonna need a fade with a separation to it. I haven't been looking at the comments, so let me open up my monitor so I can watch the comments and see if anybody, because I have to mute myself on my live.
Update or what was entailed within the patch. All players know is that they loaded up the game, they got a patch update, the joint started updating, and when it finished updating, folks try to connect, They were unable to connect. I was there for about a good 45 minutes. I went live with it. 2K ended up acknowledging the issue that folks were having connecting, and they ended up sending out this tweet saying, "We are aware of the connection 2K24 and are currently working to ensure everyone can play. We will provide updates as we have them. Thank you for your patience." Ronnie 2K also sent out a tweet saying, "Thank you for your patience." But I know a lot of players were just not trying to hear it. People were upset. We're not even 48 hours in, just maybe a little over, 24 hours, if that. And we get our first patch update that kind of ruins our experience. I don't think folks understand. Like I mentioned in the live stream, you got people taking off Monday and Tuesday just to get on the game. So they're like grinding out Saturday morning just to make sure that they're able to compete on Monday and Tuesday. And 2K is cutting into that time due to a patch update. Y'all sound dope, man. I'm curious to hear your thoughts about this patch update. If you had any trouble, some of you guys may have missed it. There were a ton of you guys that suffered that 45 minutes to get on. It's not that big a deal when you look back on it in hindsight, but when you're going through it, I understand it's extremely frustrating. Hopefully we don't have to experience something like this for every single patch. I want to take this time to show you guys the new build. I dropped the build video yesterday, but I want to show you guys my updated build video. This is the build that I'm going to be pursuing, the no money spent grind build. I've already got him up to 6 million. That's yesterday's gameplay. I then will go into the rec center with this player, and I want to share with you my experience. We finna get right into it. Y'all be sure to drop a like and drop a sub again. So there's the new build that I'm gonna take my journey. Mind you, you guys, if you're new to this, I have to make a build that's somewhat patch proof, a build that can't get patched, because if going no money spent, I can't afford to make mistakes because the grind takes so long. I made him at the point guard position. He's 6'8", 204 pounds with a 6'11" wingspan, and we'll move on. And
I'm gonna lay that build, bro. You got an unpatchable build. Okay. Same side ball hand hesitation. That attached to LaMelo Ball. No, that's attached to the step back. That's attached to the step back. Okay, I have to decide whether LaMelo Ball is going to be my escape or not. I have to decide whether LaMelo Ball is going to be my escape or not. What is that called? What exactly is it called? Because as I told you before, John Wall has that long, annoying step back attached to it. But John Wall also, let me see if anybody else has a step back that I really think. I don't know. I can't deal with the hop steps that's involved. Can't deal with the hop steps that's involved in that John Wall. James Harden got too many step backs, and I get annoyed with having to wait till the animation plays out. John Wall is very quick and to the point. Then you have Chris Paul, but his hop step is awful. Chris Paul probably the closest thing to LeBron James' actual full step back. Kemba Walker is not looking too bad, but I don't like his hop. I'm sorry, bro. John Wall is the best thing going as far as step back. Now, Hezzy. I like Curry's Hezzy, but they don't have a lot of space in it. Jimmy Butler has got to be the fastest Hezzy. Kobe Bryant, another Hezzy that most people don't use. You got Larry Bird. Nobody really uses Larry Bird. Right now, what I got on for the Hezzy is LaMelo Ball, and I've learned how to trigger those continuously. DeMar DeRozan is just too slow. It's kind of like a drag step. Unless you're one of the ones that like to change your speed, a drag step is not going to be usable. Durant is looking clean for the Hezzies. I mean, yeah, it's looking clean, but that's basically Luka Doncic with a longer. Anthony Edwards was another one. What was the reason I said check out Anthony Edwards? Oh, it has that running Hezzy. It has that running Hezzy in it, and it has that old school hop Hezzy that used to go with the momentum. Darius Garland. I like Darius Garland, but he has no connector, no turn connection. I like Paul George. It's just he has no animation for the non-ball hand. James Harden has no kind of separation handle for his hesitation. What I mean by hesitation is the move that he does sideways. Now, Kyrie. The move that he does sideways. Now, it's kind of like a drag step. Same thing with Moon. It's a misdirection step. Now, John Morant. I have to re-look at John Morant. One thing that I hated about John Morant is that it has a slower hop step Hezzy. Murray is more forward moving. You don't use the hesitation to go lateral. No, you don't use the hop step to go lateral. You use the hop step animation to go horizontal. Scottie Pippen has no lateral. They got a bunch of lateral movement. No, your hesitation is to move horizontal. A lot of people get the hesitation mixed up with, like, they figure it's the quickest way to go vertical. It's the quickest way to go horizontal. You got to think about the Luka Doncic used to be the hesitation that everybody used to go horizontal and then vertical. You never want to use the hesitation to go vertical. It's not meant to work that way. I'm going to go no matter what. I feel you got up for that. So, people, I need to try out the curry and John Morant for Hezzy. I had to go look at all of them to figure out which one it was. Oh, I got the John Morant on already. So what was the LaMelo? The LaMelo might be cleaner. So I'm gonna have to put the LaMelo on to see if it was cleaner. I've been doing the John Morant the whole time. Morant, of course. Anthony Edwards. We have the Paul George. Let me put the LaMelo on right now. What else did I say I need to try? Oh, I need to find a crossover. I need to find a crossover to connect my Hezzies. The crossover also changes your direction of vertical movement. The fastest looks like Mike Collins. Curry is tough. Anthony Edwards is tough. That De'Aaron Fox is tough. De'Aaron Fox is so doggone fast. De'Aaron Fox is so doggone fast, I barely see the ball switch. Then you have the old 2K. I'm trying to look for that cross, that fast cross that everybody used to use on 2K17. I know they better not have brought that one back. I think Trae Young got it, but I don't like the way Trae Young turns. Trae Young doesn't go vertically, he goes diagonal. And going diagonal during the cross can get you ripped. Your cross is always supposed to put you horizontal before it goes vertical. That new Scoop, but Scoop looks slow. Allen Iverson is slow. Michael Jordan is that old 2K cross. Oh shit, Zach LaVine. No. 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 Hell no. Hell no. No. Chris Paul is fast as hell. Terry Rozier. Y'all slept on Terry Rozier's size up last year. A lot of people didn't know about it, but Terry Rozier's size up was crazy. D'Angelo Russell's cross. No. No. Damn, I barely even see John Wall switch hands on that. Jason Williams, too smooth. In the crossover, you want it to be hell of aggressive to make them bite. That's what Trae Young is. Is hell of aggressive. Who did I say I want to try? Jesus Christ. One, two, 1, 2. I'm not looking for a 1, 2. I'm looking for a straight 1. 1, 2, 1, 2. If it takes 2 seconds to complete, That takes 3. That takes 2. That was almost 1, but him slowing down made it 2. That's a 1 second cross. 1, 1, 1. Pro is a 1 second cross. Normal is a 1 second cross. So is basic. Basic, normal, and pro are 1 second cross. Giannis is a 2 second. 1, 2. LaMelo Ball is a 2 second. Lonzo Ball is a 2 second. No, LaMelo Ball is actually a 3 second crossover with a hezzy incorporated. If a crossover has a hezzy incorporated in it, it's normally 3 to 2 seconds. Kobe Bryant is 1 second. Jimmy Butler is 2 seconds. It has a dribble just before he crosses. It'd be classified as a. J. Cole is actually 1 second. Mike Conley, 2 seconds. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. Curry is a 2 second. DeMar DeRozan, 1, 2. 1, 1. DeMar DeRozan is actually 1 second, but his speed boost at the end is slow. Luka Doncic, 1, 2. 1, 1. 1. Luka Doncic is actually a 1 second, but you get a speed boost after the cross. No. Kevin Durant is 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. And he slows down after the cross. Anthony Edwards, 2 seconds. And he doesn't get a speed boost. De'Aaron Fox is 2. With it don't have a speed boost, but it have a continuous speed. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No speed boost at the end of Darius Garland. Josh Giddey, 3 seconds with no speed boost. Now this is what Steezo uses James Harden. 1, because he's a 1 second, 1 second, plus he has a speed boost at the end of his cross. Scoot Henderson is a 2 second with a speed boost after the cross. Allen Iverson is 2 seconds, 2, with no speed boost. Michael Jordan is instantaneously 1 second plus. I'm trying to see if he gets a speed boost. He doesn't get a speed boost. I think it's continuous speed. Now Zach LaVine is 1, 2. No, his 2 seconds with a speed boost. His is not a straight 1. Kawhi Leonard, 1. Nah, he takes 2 steps before he crosses, which is considered a hezzy. Damian Lillard, 1. 1. 1. Oh my God. 1. Oh my God. 1. Damian Lillard might have the fastest crossover on the game. 1. 1. I looked for the bounce. 1. 1. 1. 1. Warren move. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. And he doesn't have a speed boost at the end of it. So we got Damian Lillard going in. I think also Steezo uses James Harden for the between the legs. Your crossover determines the type of between the legs you get. 1, 2, 1, 2. It determines the type of between the legs you get. So No speed boost at the end. When you're looking at the crossover, pay attention to the between the legs. The between the legs is what determines how smooth a crossover can be. This got a good crossover, but he has a hitch in his between the legs. Trey Young is instantaneously, but his between the legs take 2 seconds to trigger. 1, 2. No, it's 1, 2. But he also has the biggest speed boost in it. Okay, I want to try out Damian Leonard because he, Zach Levine, and Darius Garland. Those are the 3 crossovers I need to try out. No, the signature side is a good crossover here. Let's try Damian Leonard. I need to stop spending so much time on stuff I already know and start testing out the crossover. So I'm gonna go through my test for the crossovers. Yeah. Damian Leonard is so fucking fast. Oh my god, Damian Leonard is so fucking fast. Damian Leonard is so fucking fast. Imagine hitting him with Damian Leonard. Oh my god. Hitting him with a oh my god. Yo, hitting him with a Magic Johnson to cross. Oh my god. Left right is gonna be. Left right is not gone. It's worse. Left right is not gone. It's worse. Yeah, left right is worse, bro. The way you do the crossover is diagonal up. Never run forward and push up because it'll slow you down. That goes into your breakdown. If you're running forward without turbo and you push up, it'll go into your breakdown. The crossover without turbo, Damian Leonard has to be the fastest crossover on the game. So you, shit. I don't even see the ball transition. All I know is he's going with Damian Leonard. You're running one direction and then you just fucking explode back the other way. Doesn't have a major speed boost to it. It doesn't have a major speed boost to it, so I want a crossover with a speed boost to it. Crossover with a speed boost to it. So my thing is, you want to try this out? You want to try this out? You really need to do the Magic Johnson to the crossover. Magic Johnson to the crossover. Magic Johnson to the crossover. And also, Damian Leonard is not very vertical. Damian Leonard is not very vertical. And I know why Steezo uses a certain crossover, because he want to be able to double cross on it. Yeah, Damian Lillard's second cross is slow, slow, slow. Cross between the legs. That's why Steezo chooses James Harden. Or cross behind the back. You always gotta test the cross with the between the legs. I mean, you always gotta test it between the legs on the cross. And Damian Lillard is very vertical. Alright, that crossover was pretty nice. Crossover pretty nice. Put Damian Lillard at number 3 right now. I'm looking at number 3 crossover. Let's try to guard him. As far as his hesitation, John Morant's. I got LaMelo on, but I was using John Morant last time. John Morant has more separation without the pause on it. LaMelo kind of slows down. Yeah, LaMelo kind of slows down. I'm gonna have to put that John Morant back on. Test that out. Who did I put on for the crossover? Oh, I got on Darius Garland. Michael Jordan, Darius Garland. Darius Garland and Michael Jordan might be the, yeah. Yeah, that was, Darius Garland is the old school cross where you can actually see it. It's not the fastest cross, but it's not the fastest cross. And let me see the between the legs. It's between the leg crosses suck. It's kind of hitchy. Only time you would use a hitchy between the leg crosses if you using it as a connector. Other than that, you want this transition right here to be smooth. Between the legs behind the back. It used to be the between the legs behind the back. Between the legs behind the back, it's got to be smooth. Between the legs behind the back. Yeah, the between the legs behind the back is glitchy. Between the legs. What allowed me to chain the behind the back together? Let me see. If I hold turbo, it will make a difference. Between the legs behind the back. No, that between the legs behind the back is too slow. Again, MJ to the cross. Not Magic Johnson to the crossover. That's too slow. That's got to be a lot quicker than that. MJ to the crossover. Yeah, that's got to be a lot quicker than that. Because, Darius Garland, look, this crossover is great. Crossover is great. It just, and Hezzy, they put Hezzy at straight up again. So in order to do the crossover, you got to go diagonal up or diagonal right. Diagonal up or diagonal right for the Hezzy. No. Anyway, behind the back is some garbage. It's some doo-doo. And they also changed, because of that between the legs, they changed from the stiff behind the back. I can't use it, it's too inconsistent. It's going to change my animation. It's going to change my animation to that. When I won't. Yeah, if you do it too fast, it's going to change your animation. You have to wait a few seconds before you can trigger the curry behind the back. So if you do it within once, if you do it all in flicks, if you do it all in flicks, you're gonna get that one. You're gonna get the. What was that? What was that? Yeah, that Ja Morant is way better than LaMelo Ball. Same thing. Same thing LaMelo Ball does. It's just no pause. He kind of do got a slow down animation in his escape, but LaMelo Ball almost come to a complete stop. He does have a slowdown in it in his escape, but he has a slowdown in his escape. But I can easily tire momentum between on that. Or I can tie in the magic glitch. The magic glitch. Yeah, There is garden crossover is not it. Though it does help you chain the Steph Curry because of the between the legs. It helps you change the Steph Curry immediately. So the dribble chain. I mean, if you want to go into a continuous dribble chain, that was the John Wall to the Morant. John Wall to the Morant, to Curry, to the, all right. That yeah, I'm bored with that cross. I was more excited for the Damian Leonard. Damian Leonard. So y'all guys be the judge. Is when it comes to step back. When it comes to step back, John Wall for me. But I have to keep John Wall on for the time being because of his snatch. That's what I'm. But the hesitation, I need to figure out a good hesitation. That John Morant hesitation. Let me see if I can find something glitchy with this hesitation. John Wall to the hesitation. What is the Murray snatchback? Can't see. I don't see nothing. Paul George has it. Alright, let's put the Paul George in there. As far as the crossover, that's gonna have to go. Let's go with Zach LaVine. Right now, Damian Leonard is third in line as far as crossover. Trae Young is two. It can't be number one. Just too fast, too aggressive, and too diagonal. And it's hard to dribble chain between the legs with Trae Young. That's different. So that's different. So no lie, that's pretty quick. That's different because now I'm going Magic. It's got a hezzy. It's got a freaking hezzy in it. I just want it to be continuous. So it's got a hezzy in it. I didn't want to put anything with a hezzy in it. That's Zach LaVine. Some of y'all might like it. It's got a hezzy. And I wanted a crossover without a hezzy. And it's kind of awkward too. Some of y'all might like it. But it's just too slow. Anything with a hitch in it is not a fluid dribble chain. You don't want anything with a hezzy or a hitch in it because it's not a fluid dribble change. Let me try it between the legs though. Oh, that's fluid. The between the leg is very fluid. Yeah, his between the leg is very fluid. His cross has a hitch. If you can see what I'm talking about, his cross has a hitch. Between the leg is very fluid. Yeah, between the leg is very fluid. I don't know if it's a connector or not, but let's see. Yeah, his between the legs is very smooth, but his crossover has a minor hezzy in it. You want a crossover to be a crossover. You don't want a crossover to have a hezzy in it. Make sure that your crossover is a crossover. Make sure your crossover is a crossover. You want a hezzy in it, you put a hezzy in it. You want something that you can add a hezzy to, not a crossover to a double hezzy to a crossover, because then that would make it slow. Unless you are, only time you want a crossover with a hezzy in it is if you're a change of speed person. You have to change your speed. But I got this to change my speed. I have the regular breakdown to change my speed. Both breakdowns will change the speed and it'll change the movement. So for the standstill, no sir, that's not gonna work. That crossover is atrocious, bro. I used to be able to walk forward and then hit the crossover and just take off with a speed boost. And that's exactly without turbo. Without turbo. Your crossover is very important for going into a turbo. But going into turbo without holding turbo. And to be honest with you, Westbrook put you into a speed boost without you holding turbo. Man, his freaking between the legs is fast. This is without turbo. Watch what happened when I'm running up without turbo. And I'm just gonna go between the legs. Well, that's not between the legs. That's behind the back. It's sensitive too. 2020. No, and it ain't got no separation to it. Like Levine ain't even in the top 5. It has no, his crossover has no separation to it. It's like you cross over and you're only 2 feet away from the guy. You can cross over, you stepped over, in my opinion. A step over. Nobody wants a step over, they want a crossover. You want a crossover, you don't want a step over. There's Gum was a no for the between the legs. Zach Levine, yes for the between the leg, no for the cross. Damn, Leonard was all the way around. Do I have any money to buy anything else? Alright, I can't test everything out accurately if I can't afford it. Well, I can afford it. Just I'm not going to spend money to test out all these crossovers that I'm never going to use. A lot of these crossovers I'm never going to freaking use. MJ. I shouldn't have bought it. Zach Levine. Right now, Damian Leonard is probably the best crossover on the game. As far as it's not the best crossover game, it's the fastest connecting crossover with separation. Because the best crossover in the game is not only fast, but it has separation to it. Now, Trae Young. Let me see if I can, no, but I don't have enough. I gotta go back and test Trae Young out. Trae Young is fast as far as crossovers. Trae Young is fast as far as crossover is concerned, but it's between the legs struggles. Another thing, it has a major speed boost, but sometimes it can be uncontrollable, especially when your chain moves together by 1 second. You see what just happened? When I did that crossover, I ran right into Porter Jr. Let me test it out and give it a fair shake. And it crosses over, but it doesn't go forward. It crosses over as if it's going to the 3-point line. Depends on, it's too horizontal, it's not straight. A crossover, you're looking to go straight. That's what it was with Trae Young. Trae Young is not. Let me see if I can get Trae Young to go straight. I can't really get Trae Young to go straight fast. It causes you to run into people. When it's not straight, it causes you to run into people. Like when you use Trae Young, you gotta be careful. They'll call you to cross in over, and it calls you to cross right into the defender. And his crossover also pulls you back and then forward. Got a nice speed boost at the end, but Trae Young crossover is more for shooting threes or fading. It's gonna pull you away from your defender horizontally. A crossover, you want it to cross your player over and go vertically. You don't want to cross your player and go horizontal. And normally, you have to be mindful of the crossover. You have to be very mindful of the crossover. What is your point? Do you want to go for threes? If you want to go for threes, Trae Young is going to pull you towards the 3-point line. You might pass your player, but you're going to get pulled towards the 3-point line. So, you know what, Trae Young does have a hezzy in it. And the only reason why it has a hitch in it is because it pulls you back towards, oh, that one went forward. Wait a minute, maybe it's the way you gotta do it. No, that was the between the legs that pulled me forward. No, it does pull you forward, okay. That's another thing you have to be aware of. Okay, that makes sense. You take that back. From testing, Trae Young pulls you in the direction that you're pointing. You have to be very careful. It pulls you in the direction you're pointing. If you accidentally point towards the defender, you're gonna get pulled. You're gonna run right into him. You pull towards the 3-point line, he'll cross over towards the 3-point line. You point towards the paint. Yeah, that's very controllable. Jesus Christ, that's very controllable. Very controllable. Let's see what the between the legs do. Ooh. Ooh. Let's see if I can pull the between the legs towards what direction. Yeah, I can, but the forward between the legs is very slow. The between the legs towards the 3-point line is extremely fast. You gotta understand, with each move, there is a different left stick animation. All moves don't have left stick animations, but the crossover, Trae Young crossover has animations for each way you pull, as far as which is called connectors. That's the difference between connectors. The way you're pointing your left stick connects different animations. So if I had Trae Young crossover on and I was rim running, I would hold forward and it will pull me towards the rim. But if I see he's playing off and he's trying to bump me, and I would easily just pull towards the 3-point line and fade. You gotta be careful. You gotta be careful which way you point your left stick with Trae Young. Because Trae Young will speed boost you dead into a lockdown. You gotta be. I see why he don't use Trae Young. It's uncontrollable. Like you can't separate the speed boost direction. But James Harden, let's say you going towards a player and you want to stop the animation. You can break the James Harden crossover. Trae Young, you can't break his crossover until after he's going that direction. You understand? Now, again, you want to test out the magic glitch with the crossover. Because unfortunately with Magic Johnson, his turn to the other side after you glitch is so slow. Now the hezzy, say you run into somebody, you want to slow down, you can immediately break speed with the hezzy. Running into traffic, you see an open spot, you cross over to it, hezzy, and you're ready to shoot. Hezzy helps set your feet. On a perimeter, you want to hezzy. So you quick stop with the hezzy. You quick stop with the hezzy. For those who haven't seen, glitch, hezzy does the quick stop. You should be able to quick stop the magic glitch with the hezzy. I did it once, but that is, you got to be precise with that. See what I'm saying? You should be able to quick stop the magic glitch with the hezzy. So if you flick up before shooting, you go into the quick stop, or it might be diagonal up. Yeah, I gotta find a different hezzy. Oh shit! That's the hezzy snatch. It brought back the old hezzy snatch vibe. Not the behind the back cross. Momentum behind the back cross. Momentum behind the back cross. That's why I said a good crossover is for good separation. Because you got them going one direction. You got them going down direction and you cross over. It depends on how your crossover depends on your play style. Everybody wants the 3 hunt, but everybody's not good at shooting. Everybody wants the 3 hunt, but everybody's not good at shooting. If you're a rim runner, get a crossover that propels you towards the rim. You don't get a crossover that pulls you to the 3. You get me? So, Trae Young pulls you more towards the 3. Trae Young pulls you more towards the 3. Now, everything is set in stone for my dribble moves at this point, besides the hezzy. I'm looking for the old school. I'm looking for the old school hezzy. The one that I used to be able to do that and then momentum dribble. So the hezzy momentum, I'm looking, that's what I'm searching for now, is the hezzy momentum. Hezzy momentum. Hezzy momentum. I don't like that. The hezzy momentum is. I gotta find the hezzy momentum. That's the thing that is missing from the old 2K17. If they had the hezzy momentum in the game, this is it's gonna be ridiculous.
Explain in great detail why I made the decisions I made.
So I'm searching for the hezzy momentum. Right now, I got Paul George on for the hezzy momentum. I forgot to try that out. Okay, I gotta run through these hesitations real quick. to run through these hesitations real quick. I'm not even thinking about the crossovers no more. I'll try to run through the crossovers. Yeah, Anthony Edwards, good. Don't do much. Nah, I'm not. One more try. Controllable. That's definitely controllable. All right, folks, that's it for the night. I got to figure out this hesitation thing. I thank everybody that was along for the ride. Uh, been 2 hours of just grinding dribbles, sigs, and for those who are tuned in, yo, my sigs are sick. They're gonna be the things that everybody using. So until again, y'all peace out, love, peace, and soul. I'm out. Enjoy your night or enjoy your morning. Been dribbling all night.